guys? How's everybody doing? Mumford & Kid here. Welcome back to my longest running segment on my channel, The Opinion Spot. It's Friday. Friday is weekly Opinion Spot segments. And today we're dedicating this Opinion Spot to Lucas Till. Lucas Till, an actor who has been in our eyes as geeks. In the geek community, we've seen this gentleman play a very, I would say, iconic role because the character is from a famous comic family, the Summers family. Lucas Till, as you all know, played Alex Summers, aka Havoc, one of my favorites, in the once great Fox X-Men universe. And I don't shun away from not saying that with respect. I mean every bit of it, because it was once great. Unfortunately, now the X-Men are back home under the wing of their true mother and father. I just say that. But as always, guys, listen. This was something I had talked about on the last episode, and I'm gonna here to deliver. So basically, as you all know, Lucas Till, his reboot of the MacGyver franchise series had came to an end not too long ago. Ran for 5 seasons, and to me that's a big deal. Anytime you can have a series that is over, that runs for more than a season, that's a win in my book. Winning, yeah. Ran for 5 seasons, so congratulations to all the people who worked on that show through all the great times and even the turmoil that came from higher up and showrunners and things like that. Yes, there was a couple of cases with that. But it ran, it ended. I wish it didn't end. I wish they had one more season, but we can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So, I, for one, would love to see Lucas Till return to the comic book superhero genre movies someday, hopefully. And as always, we as geeks always find ways to do these great fan casting of characters. Even if they're already casted or not, it's still very cool. So here's today 6 characters I would love to see Lucas Till play. Number 1 on the list, of course, we're going number 1, and it is a DC character. It is a DC alumni character that we all know and probably love. He's one of my favorite DC characters of all time, and that's the Scarlet Speedster. Hey, I am wearing red today, but that is the Scarlet Speedster, the Flash. I could have seen Lucas Till playing the Flash. It's so funny that in both the TV universe and the movies, they have actors who are brunette. Now, call me crazy, but this is where that kind of geek echelons comes into play. I'm very, very big on sometimes comic accuracy. And you're telling me that Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin couldn't dye their hair blonde to be Barry Allen. Now, why do I say that? Well, because if you watch the MacGyver series, as Lucas Till, he plays this character. He plays this version of Angus MacGyver, and every time when he's explaining how to do this, how to create a pipe bomber, it's like, oh my God, I'm hearing Barry Allen talk to me, and I'm like, he could have been Barry. Even just the way he describes everything, it's almost like Barry deducing a crime scene, and I'm like, it could have been great. It probably could have been. Next on the list, of course, we go to the world of Marvel. And this character, I feel I am so looking forward to seeing this guy debut in the MCU. As I've said before, I want every character in Marvel to be somewhere in the MCU. And that character is Mr. Chris Powell, aka Darkhawk. I am so looking forward to seeing this guy in the Marvel Universe. And And I think Lucas Till could probably nail Chris Powell, his characteristics, how he carries himself, everything. Now, if you read the comics and you know the character, Darkhawk is the Marvel equivalent of one of my favorite Japanese characters, the Guyver. Everything about them, you look at them, put them two together, and it's like, oh my God, it's like day and night. Perfect. Now, if you also read the comic, the last Darkhawk one-shot for the 30th anniversary of the character showcased Chris Powell sacrificed himself to save the universe, and he gave up the amulet that gives him the Darkhawk armor and everything, and he chucked it to pass it on, almost in a sense. Marvel is bringing back the character, but someone else is donning the armor. But being that this is the MCU, as always, they will stick with the originals first. But I could see Chris Powell. I could see Lucas Till playing this role. I just feel that Darkhawk would work better as a Disney Plus series, so people get to know the character, get to know the upper echelons of this character's abilities, the power of that armor, where he gets the armor, where the armor truly comes from, and what's the purpose of the armor. Because if you know Darkhawk like I do, then you'll be like, okay, I get it. Next on the list, of course, we go back to the world of DC. And this is a character that you would probably not expect me to talk about, but believe it or not, it could work. And that is none other than Brainiac 5. Yes, once again, Brainiac 5 is blonde. But every time we see him on the small screen, because they mostly do the Legion of Superheroes on the small screen, they have an actor who is not blonde, who doesn't almost even look truly like Brainiac 5. I'm just saying, like, I respect comic accuracy to the most part. You know, you can do your own thing, but remember the source material. Don't kill me on that, but that's something I'm trying to fight, but it's hard. But yeah, Brainiac 5, I could see, once again, it goes back to watching MacGyver. You see Lucas Till in that. You got to see a whole different side of this man, as well as just the range he can go. He can be a little darker if you want. He can be very high in comedic timing and things like that. He could just be a good blend of both. But I could see him as Brainiac 5, as Brainy, with the Legion of Superheroes. I know they sometimes don't get enough shine, and I know sometimes there's a lot of people that probably can't even know one member of the group. I say it like this: if you know at least one member of that humongous team, you're good with me. If you can remember 2, you're super good with me. If you can name 5 members, that's a fist bump right there. Number 4 on the list of guys, we go back to the world of Marvel, and this is another character, I should say, he's also a member of another team that I want to see debut in the MCU, because with the Avengers down, there are no teams. There needs to be other teams to step up, and when it's time to step up, and the New Warriors are one of them. And this character is from the New Warriors, and that character is Speedball. Yeah! Speedball is a very, very interesting character. Yes, at most point people will look at him and he's kind of the jokester of the team. But over time, we saw Robert, he started to become a little bit he started to mature. And of course, what happened to him during, Civil War and things like that. But over time, he returned back to his silly Billy ways, but still, he had different levels to him. And Speedball is another character I would love to see, because I like his kinetic energy ability, where mostly we see him, he lives up to his name, Speedball. He uses his kinetic energy abilities to kind of bounce off of things. Like, he uses that kinetic energy to bounce and move and things like that. And yeah, there were cases when his powers did start to act really weird, and that goes back to Civil War. But being that this is the MCU, they would stick truly with his regular powers. But yeah, Speedball. What do you think? Number 5 on the list is, well, going back to a little bit of the world of X-Men. But unfortunately, this is not a character that is related in any way to Scott Summers. But he is a cool character, and his powers are similar to Domino. Probability and everything like that. We're talking about Longshot. Once again, MacGyver really pushed, and you got to see a lot more of Lucas Till's range as an actor, and I could see him playing Longshot. Longshot is a very underrated but cool character. When you start thinking about Longshot, you're thinking of Mojo and Spiral and people like that, because he is a part of Mojo's crazy world. He's kind of like an attraction, but he's still a very cool character, and I could see Lucas still playing that. At number 6 on the list, guys, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably fucked it up, I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, number 6 on the list, of course, is none other than the last but not least, the protector of the universe, Mr. Weldon Vaughn, aka Quasar. I'm so looking forward to seeing Quasar in the MCU just as much as I'm looking forward to seeing any other character. Quasar, the wielder of the powerful quantum bands. Basically, for all those who don't know Quasar, he is pretty much a very powerful and sometimes forgotten character. Because he's a part of the cosmic Marvel, a lot of those characters get pushed aside, well, because in a sense, well, they're not the Guardians of the Galaxy. But Quasar is a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy now, in the current run. But anyway, the quantum bands are powerful. Think of them, basically, if you know Space Ghost, his power bands. Quantum bands are like 1,000 times stronger than his bands. Everything you think you've seen or have thought about how strong he is and what he can do it. If you remember Captain Marvel, the movie, and you saw her fighting that huge armada of ships, Quasar could do that too. He is very powerful. Now, I know there was a rumor or so, I think it was Entertainment Weekly or some comic site that said he was in the movie. He was in Avengers. He was the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, because he was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that was caught playing Pong. When Tony Stark kind of said that. Remember, he was like, and that guy's over there playing Pong. They said that was him. If that really was Weldon Vaughn, he would have had a bigger role. They would have not just said, oh, okay, I'm just saying. But we can't really tell. I don't remember seeing that. But yes, I would like to see Quasar in the MCU. Man, that would be a great character. And yes, he's a powerful character. And a lot of times there are a lot of other fellow geeks in this big community that say, we'll never see those big, powerful, omni-powered heroes in the MCU because they're too powerful. And I say that's bullcrap. But I will agree that yes, a lot of the upper echelon powerhouses in the MCU have been nerfed. And that's no lie. Quasar, that'd be some good stuff to see. To see the being that created the quantum bands and them getting to Weldon would be great. I would love to see that. Well, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. Those are 6 characters I think Mr. Lucas Till could play. Yes, Flash is definitely a number one choice, and of course, Darkhawk is another one. I'm not saying that it's not possible for these characters to be seen. Some are because they've already been casted, but as geeks that we are, hey, we always known to doing a good fan casting. And I would love to see Lucas Till rejoin in some shape or form in a comic movie. It doesn't matter to me. But these are just 6. What characters you feel he could play? I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I had a lot of choices, but I whittled it down to 6. And more importantly, I tried to keep in tune with characters, what I saw when I watched MacGyver, because those were definitely a role. Next time on the Opinion Spot, guys, look forward to me doing 2 topics from you guys from the pack who submitted topic requests. Yes, you can submit topic requests for the Opinion Spot, and I will take it under and use it in a future episode. So next week will be that. You'll get 2 episodes next week. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. But today it's 1. More importantly, if Lucas Till, you want to come back to a comic book movie in the future, please, sir, I would love to see you come back. I didn't feel that you were the right choice for Alex Summers, but that's just me. Beggars can't be choosers. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Please, as always, my pack, input in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to hearing it. And if you say something really stupid, and I'm talking about, or there are people in there messing with my pack members of my pack, I will block you and kick you out real quick, real fast. But more importantly, don't forget to slice that like button.